to do sound check. Hold on, I can't hear y'all. Yep, we're definitely live. I'm sorry for a minute, guys. I'm still trying to get their audio working. I'm not seeing them come through on the audio, but we're definitely live, and we'll be um, jumping into the topics in just a moment. So just bear with me for a second. They can't. I could look at it and tell. Um, okay, say
This
something.
gameplay looks nice.
Oh, there
I
you guys
know.
go.
That's the PC, girl.
Yes. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear them now. This is your girl, Delilah HD. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Growing Women Gaming. This is value number 77. And we're just talking about a couple things that were discussed throughout the week in regards to like gaming news. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and start out with what we've been playing. I guess I'll go first. I'm your host. So, I've been playing this game called River Bond, which is like a kind of like a dungeon crawler platformer game. I was playing a little bit of it last night. Really cutesy, kind of pixelated style game. I'm loving it. So definitely. What have you ladies been playing?
Wait, before we do that, I saw you playing that game and I was going to ask you about it. Like, so is it from Game Pass or do you need to buy it? Because it looked really cute.
It's on Game Pass. I saw that Phil Spencer was playing it. I saw a couple other people on Twitter were playing it. I was like, man, it looked kind of cute. Let me check it out. And yeah, so it was nice.
All right.
What
Since
about
I
you,
broke
Charisse?
in,
Yeah.
I would say, I've been all over the place this week. Since Watch Dogs 3 is coming out, Legion is coming out in the fall. I'm replaying Watch Dogs 2.
Nice.
So then I jump back into Destiny for some odd reason. Don't ask me why. And they've increased the power level. Now the max is 750. I'm already at 690. That's when I started off at. I was at 600. Now I'm at 690, and I hope to be 700 by sometime mid next week if I jump back on it. I also started playing Elder Scrolls Online because of the E3 announcements, and I am loving it so far. It is. I don't know why I missed out on this past couple of years. As much as an Elder Scrolls fan I am. Other than that, that's all I've been playing.
Nice. So you've been all like Bethesda'd out, pretty much.
Yeah. You know.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Y'all already know who this is. Coming back from E3, it's just been a little bit different. Been playing more PC games. To be honest with you, they're cheap. I mean, I've been having my PC for 6 months, and I'm looking like, damn, these games are really cheap now. Some are misses, some are hits. But I'm playing Californium. It's like this trippy multi-dimensional puzzle game, and as you see in the gameplay as well, I'm playing Magic Arena. It's online Magic, which is awesome. I'm a fan of Magic, if you guys didn't really know. Also, Rainbow Six Siege. When I got there, when I was playing E3 with them on E3, they asked us to put like a barcode, and then they let you scan the barcode, and some like special items came through your Ubisoft Club account, and I got the 2 new operators for the free. So I was like, oh, let me check them out, and played a couple of played some rank matches, like an endurance rank match. I was playing like for 4 hours, damn near, trying to get my rank up on Rainbow. So yeah.
Nice. So Rainbowed out. All right. So look, we're gonna go ahead and jump into these topics. I sent you guys a couple of them. And let's get it. So we do know from like last week we talked about how and even at E3 Ubisoft is doing a subscription service. We already have like Game Pass. EA has one. So it's kind of been rumored now that Square Enix is also considering its own subscription service. So I just want to kind of get you ladies' thoughts on that. And is that something you'll be acceptable to? Considering they have the Final Fantasy series, they have some Dragon Quest content. So I guess I'll start with you, lady. What do you think about Square Enix having a subscription service.
There's some fans. I'm telling you, Final Fantasy fans. Woo, if I ain't never seen a more dedicated set of fans. Where I think it's starting to move, like with gaming as a whole, that you can customize your services based on the games that you mess with. Square Enix, I respect them as a unit, but
Right.
personally, their game catalog doesn't fit well what I play. I don't play JRPGs like that. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you gotta that's not my. I don't even see them. That's just my personal taste in that genre. But I know a lot of people that love the JRPGs that get rowdy and bowdy with them. So, but I'm serious because there's people online playing it. There's people playing it on emulators. People have the retro console just to play the original games. And I think that with the right kind of catalog, not just Final Fantasies, but just with the JRPG genre, they can do something with it. But the thing is, you have to pay for it. It's like everything else. I feel like everything's gonna be a subscription service, and then you got a certain amount of budget, so you have to coordinate of what you want. And if I'm a Square Enix fan, you damn right, I'm gonna try to find a way to, in my budget, to go get this subscription service. But so it's what you digging, if it's worth the money that you paying for. Because I'm not fit to pay $15.99 to play one game on a subscription service. You got to give me like at least.
I feel like everybody's trying to cash in on what Game Pass is doing at this point. They're like, yo, this is working for Microsoft. They got millions of people on Game Pass.
But they laughed at it when it was first announced.
Yes,
though.
Right. Sure did. I was skeptical at first, but there was motherfuckers harder than me going out there about that Game Pass, talking about, oh, it's trash, oh, y'all booty, oh, this not gonna work,
Right.
and then oh, it's nothing without PC, oh, and then oh, we got the PlayStation Now, and now we're at a point that everybody and their mama want to have a subscription service because they know that money that generates dollars. They may not play no game.
And see, if you think about subscription service, it's money that's guaranteed to come month to month. And this is why services are extremely important. I mean, if you think about it, one game has to sell, they don't have to sell as much, because it's just all about engagement. If you have 50,000, 60,000 people engaged in a title, well, you know that those 50,000 or 60,000 at least paying $10 a month, that's $6 million for that one title based on engagement. I can easily see how when you break it down per numbers, how these development houses are going to make money. That's why when I know when we were at E3, I sat in on the panel and somebody asked the question, well, how with the new studios, they were like, how are the studios making money? And for me, it was easy to understand, but for somebody on the outside looking in, who's purely looking at software sales, it's hard for them to kind of get the gist of. But it's all about engagement and what you can do to bring more players to that particular service. And so I see Square Enix as I feel like their portfolio was extensive. They got a lot of games that they can do it, but I don't know, just like Ubisoft, if it's enough is where I stand on it. Because Microsoft, of course, they have a huge set of titles because they target multiple publishers and multiple developers, and they can have their own set of exclusives. So for me, that works for them. Whereas Ubisoft and Square Enix, they're going to be smaller because they're competing with other developers. They're competing with other publishers. So, I mean, that's my stance on it. What you think, CHAREECE?
First of all, honestly, I'm not even gonna. I would be all over this. I am a huge JRPG fan. That's what I started playing a long time ago, and that's what I love to play now. One of the reasons why I hop back on Elder Scrolls Online, because I just love RPGs. But we all know this is never coming to Xbox.
Why? Okay, wait. Why do you say that? Please elaborate.
If anybody watched their announcements during E3, out of all of their games, only 1, 2 are coming to Xbox. The majority of them are going to Nintendo and PlayStation 4. I'm not mad at them. That's their business model. Do what you do, make your money. But they're not gonna give us those same games because honestly, that's one of the things that Sony has banked on is the majority of their Square Enix games coming to the Sony platform. Right. They're not gonna
Japanese publisher,
they're not gonna let that go without a fight. So if this does come to fruitation, I don't see this service coming to Xbox, so I'm not gonna sweat it until it actually does pop up, and it's actually like a ad at the bottom of my screen saying sign up for this. I'm not gonna really believe it, get my hopes up for it, but it would be nice if it was there. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, it would be tempting to buy, but we know it's not coming.
Yeah, I don't know. As far as platform support, I mean, I could see them trying to support Xbox for this because think about it. The more they make it, available for everybody, the more money they will make. But at
True.
the same time, all their games, you're right, it's already localized and set for PlayStation 4 and PC. So it's like, why they make the extra effort to put it on Xbox if you're not gonna get the same level of engagement? I mean, you might have a point there. I mean, we don't know.
I'm not gonna lie now. If it was like, if they say day one, this is gonna be Xbox and PlayStation, like, honestly, if the price is right, they getting my money. Just for the back catalog.
But think about this. Now you got to start thinking about it long term, right? Because if you like $15 times how many companies? If let's say you want Game Pass, and then you get the Ultimate, so that's like $15 a month, and then you want Ubisoft because the Splinter Cell, let's say they drop a new one, you want that. You like, boom, I don't want to pay $60 though, but let me get this subscription. So boom, that's like $30, and then you got another subscription. You're trying to get Square Enix, you're doing that on top of that. Then you got Amazon, Netflix, HBO.
I'm drowning, cuz.
That's right.
I'm drowning.
I think in a way you have to list which ones you is a maybe. Like, okay, Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu. Like, we getting that. That's staying regardless.
Yeah, that's
Like,
game.
Yeah,
like Xbox, PlayStation, and Amazon already got to be down. They got to be there. They have to be there.
That's there. I'm too punched into Amazon's ecosystem for me to let that get cut off. So we in that one.
Right.
Xbox Live, yes, we are up in that one. And then the other ones are iffy. Somebody just said EA Access.
EA Access, Origin.
You know what? The only time I renew my EA Access is when there's a game coming out that I want to buy. I renewed it for Anthem, and I think for 2 months, and then I let it go. And then I'm renew it again for Dragon Age 4, and then I'm gonna let it go. Is that bad? But no. I'm sure I'm not the only person that does that. But yeah, I guess you got to make a list. Like, I'm gonna get the Disney one.
You can keep that.
Oh, yeah, you know you want the back. You don't want to watch Mulan with me? Is that what you're saying?
Damn! Don't do me like that.
Live spot.
Okay,
Oh man, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
We can watch Mulan. We can watch. Okay, we got Lion King. You know you're gonna watch.
Dang, I forgot about Disney Plus too. Like, geez.
Yeah.
Yes.
That just for the back catalog alone is gonna be awesome.
Oh my goodness! And then they got the Marvel. Oh my god! See, yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
So yeah, and then DC Universe, like, it has the old school Batman cartoons, Young Justice, Justice League Unlimited. Of course, I have that one also because just with the cartoons alone, the back catalog.
But check this out. So now all that stuff you named, you at like easy $180 a month. Like,
yeah, because Hulu, I pay for Hulu Live, so that's $40 right there.
Right.
You girl, no.
That's what I'm saying. So
I couldn't. That's just too much. That's just too much.
And like, you can't watch it all. Like, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's impossible. You can't. With the time, you're gonna find the time. You can't watch it all. Like,
so, can you play it all? Nah.
No.
Absolutely not. I mean, I'm going through Game Pass, like, what can I play? And I'm looking at all these games, like, I gotta pick maybe about 3 out of all 130, 140 games. Like, you can't. It's one of those things that's difficult to do. So.
And then if you have the Game Pass app on your phone, which I do, they send you notifications. Hey, we recommend this game for you. They just load. I'm like, don't do this to me.
And then how you can preload it from your phone to your console? You're like, yeah, let me download this while I'm at work. Boop.
I'm like, why they do like, knowing I ain't got time to play this. This is why I need a schedule. Like, lady, you're supposed to set me up a schedule when I'm supposed to play my games. There's too many games.
Who said that?
You said it. Well,
you
might have been tipsy, so you might not remember.
Man, was it on a Friday? Then you might be right.
All right. Okay, so let's bring it back. All right. So now that just to kind of move on, I mean, we're gonna do what we do. I don't know. Like, it still hasn't been officially confirmed yet in regards to Square Enix, but we'll see. So I want to ask you, ladies, this last week, but I'm gonna go ahead and just ask it now. Now that the dust has settled, what is your most memorable moment of E3 2019 since we all were there?
Oh,
Most memorable.
Damn.
Conference or just
If
everything,
you
the
had
whole
to,
experience?
just let me clarify. If you had to
They get
pick one thing that was like the most memorable thing, like yo, like when you think about E3 2019, that's what you think about.
Keanu Reeves, Cyberpunk, and him coming out on stage.
Say Keanu.
Yes, and the whole auditorium just stood up and like
Erupted,
gave
yeah.
him a standing ovation. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that for some years. That shit was awesome. I don't care what nobody say. The people at home didn't see that, but like literally everybody stood up and clapped for him. It was awesome.
Yeah. So
Okay.
what about you, lady? What do you think? What was your most memorable? When
Okay.
you think of 2019, what do you think about? Boom, it just pops in your head.
Grown Women Gaming was at the Xbox briefing, all in attendance, watching the same conference live. That's memorable for me.
Yeah, that was nice.
Cause what last year we wasn't together. I don't believe it. I don't think we were. You didn't get in the briefing last year, did you, Charisse?
Yes, she did. I thought
Yeah,
she but she wasn't.
yeah. I didn't get in the fan fest.
She got into the briefing.
It was just seeing my girls like next to me, and then I'll look somewhere in the back upper row, and then Charisse somewhere in there, and just seeing their reactions to the games in general is what's memorable for me. That's raw emotions. That's raw emotions. You know, you can't butter that up. You can't fake that. When you see those trailers and those release dates and those and the spoilers and stuff like that, you see raw emotion with actual fans from Xbox. You feel me?
That's right. Yeah.
And that's what's important, because you're supposed to feel like that for your preferred console, your preferred outlet of gaming. You know, you want them to succeed, right? And I feel that they did. And just seeing my comrades' emotions throughout the whole conference means a lot to me.
Dude,
was that too deep?
No, that was good. That was good.
No.
I mean, it kind of got me in the heart. You know what I'm saying? I feel it. But I understand where you're coming from with it. For me, it had to be the spot, man. Like the flat that we had.
Oh
really?
yeah.
Like, when I think of E3 2019, I'm gonna think of that at night, like that view with the lights.
That view was nice. That view was nice.
That view was so nice.
So I'm gonna think of that flat.
Oh, lady, how about because I tagged the building in our photos that I posted. How about they liked our photos?
Oh, really?
Like, yes.
Nice.
Especially of us at the pool, they liked it too. I was like, oh, look at that.
That's what's up.
So for me, like when I think that's the first thing that pops in my head, like that red, and then they had like the cart with the red and gray, and then it was just because we was all in one spot, and we were able to kind of hang out, chill, eat, chill, talk, like in one spot. Because usually we're spread out. You know what I mean? Like you're at a different place, room. Charisse is at somewhere else, and I'm we all spread out typically, but we were all together, and it was a great experience. So yeah.
I was like, yeah, especially like the mornings after we got up, like
right.
Yeah,
like thinking about
we
food.
just did that too. Yeah.
We're like
Sunday morning, cuz oh my gosh, I was like, oh, it was a fun night.
Getting dressed for like Spire, like that's a memorable moment too. We were getting dressed, and then we both like kind of put on something really nice, and then we changed to be casual. We like, bump that, we going casual.
Yo, I had an outfit that in my mind, right? It was amazing, right? But the execution was trash. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be late, man. And then I looked at my, I'm like, you know what?
So I'm like, lady, if you going casual, I go casual, fam. You wear jeans, okay, I got you, fam. I will match. So you won't be the only one casual there. We just go casual,
Yeah. So I wore the boots though. I kept the boots on. But everything
the boots
else,
were cute.
Thank you. But definitely it was something that was planned, and it wasn't planned like it was, and you had to adjust to things. So
and then
that was great.
Wrestling with my hair every morning, like, yo, I ain't got no gel, I ain't got no brush, fam. Like, what I'm gonna do? I'm like, it's just so many cool things that's like, but not even gaming related. That was so memorable. So
we should do it again in the future.
Meet up somewhere.
About that.
Meet up somewhere, yeah.
Make it easier. Everybody should travel somewhere else. Let's just throw a dart at the map and go there.
Hey, hey.
Man, that's you talking about P Diddy style money. We ain't got that over here.
Hey, I ain't gotta go at tourist time. Just pick the off season.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but things gonna change a little bit because I'm gonna be in the Pacific Northwest, so it's gonna be like, man, as far as going to like either and stuff, should be a tad bit easier. You know what I mean? The flight and all that.
I definitely, if next year we can cop that same spot, I would.
Yeah.
Maybe not, no, because I'm still scared of the heights, though. The heights was killing me.
We would go out to the balcony, and lady would sit right beside the door.
She was not getting close to any end. It was funny when Mad Queen was up there. She didn't care. She was just looking all over the rail. I'm like, yo,
Mad Queen, can you please get away from the rail? I was scared for everybody.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to take a picture. She's like, yo, I need you to move. Come closer. I'm just trying to get a shot.
Right. All right. So let's get back on topic. All right. So E3, speaking of E3, saw fewer attendees this past year. So to give you an example, last year there was 69,200 attendees. This year it was 66,100 attendees. So that's roughly 3,000 less people at the show. And of course you have a booth that was outside of the expo as well, which kind of thinned things out a little bit. So I want to get you ladies' thought on that. Do you think that 3,000 was it felt for you? Was it significant, or you think that was just mostly Sony?
It was mostly Sony.
Those diehard Sony fans actually decided not to come because their thing of choice was not there.
Platform of choice.
I can't really be mad at them. I get mad when my stuff is not at the grocery store when I go to buy it, so I don't buy it. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But hey, it wasn't as crowded, so
yeah.
I don't.
3,000 though. I mean, to me, I look at these numbers I look at 66,000, 69,000, and 3,000 to me is not a lot. When you in the grand scheme of it, they still got 60,000 plus people at the show. So
that's lost revenue though.
That's a lot.
Though. But the potential revenue was that they not just the $250 a pop just to get in, but concessions, store merchandise, stuff like that. All that you got to take that into account too, because 2018 it was crowded. You really have to.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was really crowded. But 2019 it was not as crowded. You can see stuff. You can lines were shorter, so you can be able to play games. Less lines were at max. But you felt it. But it was like a majority of the people that didn't show up is the Sony preferred console owners that didn't want to go, and they felt that 250 was not enough for them to go.
It could have been Sony staff too, because I think they're considered their industry. I mean, so I don't know if they're considered attendees as well, but I feel like it's more. Their studios would normally be there. Their booth would be there with they have their marketing people. So I would say that's a few hundred or so. So I'm estimating that about majority of this would be, like you said, fans. You have 80 people that's representing Sony. They go to the expo, and then so the majority of it, you're right, would be fans who felt like, shoot, Sony's not there, I'm not gonna go, or they felt salty about how 2018 was organized. I mean, they're just now getting it right. They finally got the spreading the booths out wide enough so people can walk around more better. I mean, because 2017 and 2018, man, it was a wrap. It was like sardines up in that piece.
That's what I heard.
God.
Yeah.
Didn't they say they was trying to not necessarily lower the amount of people there, but it was overcrowded.
Right. So they spread everybody out. Yeah. And that's smart because it's a lot of room to walk around. They have more seating available. You can sit down and take a break. They did a better job to me as far as organizing the show. So it felt more like it used to feel back in 2015, 2016 when it was like a smaller show. And I personally appreciated that because I'm pretty sure they heard all the complaints about people complaining that it was too many people, you can't get to the games, you can't talk to the publishers. So by them spreading things out a bit, I think it helped the show overall. Definitely.
Hmm.
So, do you guys want to speak on anything else on that, or y'all want to wrap 2019 up with a bow and just leave it be what it
Yeah, yeah,
is?
it
Let's
is what it
move
is,
on.
man.
Finally, okay,
It's a
awesome.
pretty bow and it's draped in green.
Girl, no, it's draped in purple.
Purple, okay.
Oh, purple. Okay.
Red. But anyway, so all right, so we got some news that came out this week, and there's an article talking with Phil Spencer saying that cloud gaming will not replace consoles, and we consider it as an additive to gamers. So how do you ladies feel about that? Will you be participating in cloud gaming? Did you get to try xCloud? And so do you think that you know Xbox is blowing smoke on this in regards to like, oh, cloud gaming is not going to replace consoles, or do you really think that it's just going to be an additive because cloud can never replace physical hardware? So anybody can chime in.
I think I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first before I forget my train of thought. I agree with him. I don't think this is gonna replace console gaming. There's nothing beats sitting back in your chair, pulling up your game. You got the best TV settings. You got the best system, regardless what your system of choice is. You got something to drink. You got your snacks. You know whatever. You got your whole setup, and nothing's ever gonna beat that. Now, to me, the xCloud is more like if you're traveling. Like I'm finna next month, I have a whole week conference that I have to go to in Athens. I'm not taking my system with me, but the xCloud and all that would be perfect for this. And if I had it, then I would definitely, do what I need to do to use it then. So I don't think xCloud and all of these services are going to take away console gaming. So I kind of agree with that one.
Yeah. What about you, lady?
Cloud gaming. It depends on your internet, man, or
that part.
That's what, because if you don't have like a strong enough connection to at least to meet the minimum, it won't be good. You
talking about like it's for a speed bandwidth and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because it looked good at the showcase when we went to E3, but that was a controlled setting. You know what I mean?
Well, they said the servers were like 400 miles away. Not 400, something like that. 400 miles away or something. Something like that.
For cloud gaming to replace consoles, who said that?
Because some people, you got these fanboys, got people on Twitter, they're paranoid that consoles are gonna go away, and with Xbox, Microsoft, and Sony, and all these, Nintendo even, all thinking about streaming, cloud gaming, and things like that, to where it's it's gonna replace consoles. A lot of people feel that way or think that way, and
I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
Like, nah. Yeah, it's like if they really was thinking about replacing consoles, why would they even announce Project Scarlet? Now Stadia, on the other hand, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that one.
Some say, look, I heard from insiders that it's gonna be straight trash.
Oh my gosh! Like
I look, I'm gonna tell you, right? Someone I know went to E3. Someone that's not in the Twitter world or in the video game world, just somebody who's in the street in the gaming, told me, right? He said, I went there, I checked the stuff out, and then we were talking about Google, the Stadia. I was like, you gonna go get that, fam? He said, no. I was like, why? He said, man, ain't no games gonna be out there. It's gonna be. I was like, so 140, was it 129, 149 for the system? I said, is that worth the money? He said, nope. I said, cool.
wait, where you getting the cost from? You said how much you said it's gonna cost?
Yeah, then they released the price last week.
Wait, what's the price?
It's like $149
for the black one. Yeah, for the system, and then you reserve your gamer tag or something, like Founders package or something within that range. But hold on.
It's a console.
Or yeah, the box.
The box. Yeah, you didn't know that they put out hardware.
Man, I didn't. Stadia?
Yeah.
Man, stop. No, they didn't.
Girl,
y'all
look it
tripping.
Up.
Hold
up. Look it up. You didn't see the people on Twitter like,
No.
yo, I pre-ordered the Google Stadia package, blah blah blah. I was like, for real? But y'all don't know what kind of games they got?
But you know what? I
See,
also heard that this was dead on arrival. Also, like this is not something that's actually going. Yo, 120. Yeah, somebody in the chat said 129 for the Founders Edition.
and it's a box. It's an
so
actual
yeah.
physical box.
It's a physical box.
Yeah.
Wow, how did I miss this news? Oh my god.
I'm surprised.
It came
I
out like the
know.
tail end of E3, and nobody paid attention.
Nobody that shit got buried too.
Oh wait, they said no hardware, so maybe it's not a hardware. But I remember seeing
the controller. I see the controller, and they got this little small little gizmo that you attach or something.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so yeah, you get the controller, and that's it. And then you gotta log into it. But I found it. It's $129. So you get the controller, a Chromecast device. Oh, so it comes with a Chromecast. 3 months of Stadia Pro, Destiny 2, your gamer tag name or whatever, and your buddy pass. What the heck is a buddy pass? Okay, interesting. Okay, for $130. And so, what's the monthly cost?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Was it?
Ooh.
Can we guess?
Excuse me, and I'm using the system in quotation marks. If the system is 129,
I found it.
Okay, what is it?
I found it. It says it says £8.99. This is UK price.
So it was at $10, $15?
Roughly. Oh, I can look this up real quick. But
$10 a month.
See, they nickel and dime, and then they got
Destiny 2.
Well, see, they got a free tier. They got a Stadia free tier, which is so I guess after you pay that $130, then you can play the Stadia base, which is free, and you play games up to 1080p, 60 frames per second, and you can buy whatever games you want. Man, you still gotta buy games. See, this is why Game Pass and xCloud's gonna be dope, because you gonna already have your library. This is to me, I feel like it's dead in the water simply because you won't have your games. Like, you can't take your games to Stadia. How do you transfer your games to Stadia? Like, they have to
save your game saves. Your game saves.
No, I'm just saying, like, they gonna have to answer that. Like, how am I gonna transfer my game saves?
That they're still working on that, because with the Destiny 2, because you're supposed to be able to transfer your saves from PlayStation or Xbox to this system, but they haven't announced how that's gonna work yet. Because I've been keeping up on that part.
So basically,
but
go ahead.
I don't see this where to me, this is basically for a way for Google to make YouTube more relevant, because of Twitch and Mixer and all these other streaming platforms. They're losing out on the
YouTube is crazy popular. What you talking about? It's still
true, but there are other platforms, and they don't want to lose any of them coins. They trying to get it all. So if you can stream directly to YouTube using this, that's what they're trying to do. And to me, that's what they're, because they're gonna get paid on the back end with ads and stuff like that.
Man, DOA. June 22, 2019. I'm telling you now, this ain't gonna be popping. It ain't gonna be popping.
I mean, I do
Somebody
worry
in the
about
chat,
developers.
remember that.
I do worry about developer support, because like, if you gotta restructure your game, this one is to support Stadia. Like, I mean, I hate to keep using xCloud as an example, but I mean, you don't gotta do anything to just gotta put your game on Xbox and it works on xCloud. So that's gonna be the advantage. The only thing I could see Stadia really taking off is if they do that whole YouTube implementation, like where you watching a trailer and then you can click play now and play it. I think that would be great. And even still, the consumer has to buy the game. It's not like they get to play the game scot free. They still gotta buy the game. I don't know how we got into this whole Google Stadia topic, but I mean, I guess we were talking about cloud. Yeah.
We were talking about cloud saving and cloud streaming, because they trying to do that too.
Yeah, but I could see the pitfalls, because before I was just, when I first heard Stadia, I'm like, yo, I mean, we already knew xCloud was already announced, but now you hear the details, it make you a little bit more skeptical as to what they're going to be able to provide. So you get a Chrome stick and a controller for $130, basically. Thanks, Mitchie.
Isn't that overpriced though? Because kids, how much is the controller by itself, and how much is the Chrome?
The controller,
stick?
I can't believe the controller is $129. Like, that's
that
throwing
part
me off. Like, cause how much can you get? How much is the Xbox One controller?
The Elite or regular?
No, regular.
Like
$60.
$79.99.
Right, and this controller, I hate to say it, but the Stadia controller looks kind of cheap. It looks cheap.
I ain't gonna lie, it kind of did.
It just looked like they didn't care about the design or the aerodynamics of the controller. It looks just like, yeah. I mean, I guess I have to hold it in my hand to really see if it's, perfect.
It looks like it doesn't have the weight that you need in a controller. Like if you get really into a gaming session and you like hold the controller really hard, like it's gonna crack. That's what the Stadia controller looks like to me.
Yeah, and then the analog stick placement. They chose a PlayStation placement with the 2 analog sticks at the bottom. Like, it's something about those staggered analog sticks, fam. Like, y'all should have just. I feel like no research was done. Is all I'm saying. Like, no research was done. And granted, we could be wrong. They probably put a lot of R&D in this, but yeah, it's a no for me, boss. It's a no for me. All right, we'll move on then. During the E3, Xbox Game Studios announced that they're going to be acquiring the studio Double Fine. I don't know how familiar you all are to Double Fine, their games and what they make and stuff like that. They made this game that I personally love back in the day on OG Xbox called Psychonauts. And so they're going to be, of course, bringing their future titles to the Xbox platform, first party. And so I want to kind of get you ladies' idea on what would you like to see from Double Fine? Like, what would you like to see them create or make? Or if there's an old IP you'd like to see them bring back. Their specialty is action-adventure games. And you guys know me. That's my favorite genre. So, what would you guys like to see from Double Fine?
I want Brutal Legend.
A sequel to Brutal Legend?
Yes.
See, I never played that. It always looks silly to me, I heard it was a fun game, but it just looks silly.
I want to see. I want them to remake it.
Like a full-on reboot.
Yeah.
What about you, Charisse?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not familiar with their catalog.
I think I remember not even Psychonauts.
I think I remember you playing that.
I think I think it's Game Pass back compat too, fam. Just saying.
Hint. But I remember, and everybody I remember you talking about this game, and everybody talks about Brutal Legend. I think I even have a shirt, and I don't even know why I have the shirt. But I would like to see. I'm a fan of action adventure games. They're not my favorite, but I'm a fan. I want to see what something they seem to have like a weird sense of humor, and I'm kind of weird myself, and I like that. I want to see what they can do in the future. I want to see what they have with the funds that they have now, the resources they have. I want to see what they can do with a brand new IP.
Yeah.
That way, I don't have to be because I feel like since Psychonauts 2 is going to come out, I feel like I don't know the characters, and I feel stupid jumping in right now. Like
Game Pass, fam. Just saying, it's a great game too. Like, I see if it was a bad game, that's a great game. It's very weird, obscure kind of style, but it's telling a story. So it's pretty dope, and it's old school. So it's those linear story-based single player action adventure game. I mean, it's super old school. I absolutely love it. I'm probably gonna try to play it back, replay through it. But yeah, and now Brutal Legends, like I said, I never really got into Brutal Legends. And I know Jack Black, he voiced the main character of that game. They even made the character, like some of the music was by the group that Jack Black is in. So
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D, yeah. But so it's it should be interesting. They also got a brand new game they announced for E3 called Rad, R-A-D, and that junk is weird. It's super weird. You guys have to look it up and see the trailer. It's super 80s kind of, but it's called Rad. And so they already got some games kind of in the works. We don't know what they got going on behind the scenes. Typically when Microsoft has been picking up these studios, they already have like a game coming out and then a game in the works. So we don't know like what they're working on. But it's overall it's going to be pretty interesting to see. So yeah, what I like to see from them is pretty much what they're doing. I wanted a Psychonauts 2, so I'm glad they're doing a sequel to that game. Because to me, the characters it's super underrated. Like the Psychonauts main character could be like as big as like a Mario or a Sonic, because he's just that kind of a character. Especially the abilities that he's able to get and stuff like that. So if anybody hasn't ever heard of these games or anything like that, definitely check them out. So yeah. Alright, that's pretty much what I had. Anything else you guys want to mention on Double Fine or any other Xbox game studios at all? Or I'm gonna move on? Or
I just
Yeah.
ready to see what they have.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always a waiting game. It's always a waiting game.
Yeah, and this could take 2 years, right? We don't know exactly how long it's gonna take for any of these studios to come to to start showing stuff. I mean, Bleeding Edge on was dope, but I mean, how long did that take? That game was in development for what, 3.5 years? So I mean, we don't know how long these studios are gonna take to get ramped up. But just imagine they got 15 studios now. They're gonna be able to all of a sudden have a cadence of releases. Where you're gonna have 8 studios coming out one year, then the next year another 8, then the next year they're gonna be able to finally get on a cadence of every 2 years or every 2.5, 3 years. And it is as an Xbox fan, that makes me excited. Like, yo, we finally gonna start getting titles on a steady release instead of having to wait, year after year
3,
for
5
Halo, Gears, and
years.
Forza. Right.
Hey, look.
Gears and Forza.
I was like, you got me started, man.
Oh man, but all right. So speaking of Xbox, as is typically on this show anyway, their low tier. There was rumored that their low tier next generation console may have been canceled. We all know about Scarlett. They showed it on stage at E3 during the press conference and all that. But they also had another tier, a lower tier console that was kind of a half step between the Xbox One X and the Scarlett. That was going to be at like a lower price point. So I mean that's what was speculated. They didn't officially announce anything. So really, it's all up in air and speculation in general. But that particular console, Lockhart, was canceled. So I want to. Do you think that Microsoft should have moved forward with that console, or do you think that Xbox One X is viable enough, especially if it's forward compatible, like most people have been speculating?
I think that the Xbox One X is viable enough. I don't think they need a low tier Project Scarlet. I don't think so.
Yeah, and then like the price, because I mean, I think about from a price perspective, it's
Mhm.
going to cost what, like $3.99, $2.99, and then they're going to have the Scarlet possibly being what, $4.99. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, the Xbox One X is already at that price point. By the time the Scarlet come out, the Xbox One X price is going to be sliced. It's going to be cheaper. So it's kind of,
and you know, cheap is good with me, cause you know it. Because if they knock that, like, how far would they knock down the X though when Project Scarlet comes out?
Right, like to me, look, think about the X right now. It can already do games at a great frame rate and at a great resolution. I don't think there's
so pretty.
Yeah,
so pretty,
and it's stable. So I don't think there's a need for Lockhart. I see a lot of people, like a lot of podcasts I've listened to, and other people I've read comments about it on Twitter. It's like they're torn. They feel like they should still release Lockhart. I'm like, in my opinion, like lady said, it's not needed. Like Lockhart, like I said, it's a half step, and it'll cost the same as the Xbox One X. To me, at that point, it's pointless. It's pointless.
You like wasting your money on lesser stuff. Well, you can get the same price to get the best of the last gen, which was the X. So, personally, it don't matter, because it's either going to be the X, the best X I can find when they cut the price, or the latest Project Scarlet. Is one of the two. It shouldn't be no in between, because then you're wasting money on hardware that may or may not get sold fast enough. And then nobody don't want the low tier version of the new shit anyway. Who wants that?
Hey, they looking at it like iPhone. You know, how iPhone has the iPhone, the R and the S. They have those different half step phones, and so.
Oh,
I mean,
really? So that's how you gonna do me?
I mean,
you think I wasn't gonna catch that?
I'm just saying, there's some half step phones. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's an iPhone X. You know what I mean? But
so it's like, Galaxy is like, like a Galaxy and a Galaxy 9S and a Galaxy Note Plus and a Galaxy.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Okay.
Like, yeah, they don't. I mean, I'm on the mindset they don't need Lockhart. I think they were smart to stop R&D on it. Boom. Focus on one console, bring out one console, and cut the price of the X, and boom, you got your two platforms right there. People, and especially if they make it forward compatible, meaning that like games that come out for the Scarlet will still be playable on Xbox One X, in future games, So if they do it that way, forward compatibility with the X, then yeah, it's a done deal. Because most people be like, man, shoot, bump that. I can just get the X. It's cheap. Yeah. And I can play the games that's coming out. You know, if they do that, they got a win-win, in my opinion.
Mhm.
All right, so
Yeah,
let's talk
because
about. Go ahead.
I'm still rocking my X, and I don't think I've even had the whole year. I most likely will not be upgrading straight up off the rip because my X is still bomb.
It's so quiet. Like I got mine like literally
uh,
right here, and I'll be playing.
I am the opposite. It sounds like a jet engine up in here. Oh my!
like I can't even, especially when it starts doing downloads and stuff. Like you don't even hear it. It's so
Man,
quiet.
lucky you, girl. Lucky you.
Yeah.
Lucky
Yeah,
you.
we gonna have to upgrade you.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
have to, because girl, this thing is it's an amazing piece of hardware, man. It looks so nice. Like
It
I
does.
felt.
Oh, it's so sleek. It's so pretty.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I love the, and I got the Scorpio edition, so it's got like this cool gray black two tone. It's dope. It's dope.
It's okay. It's okay, baby.
We gonna
it's
get
okay.
you. That's
No,
all
no,
good,
no, no.
lady. You gonna be upgraded eventually. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, of course. No. One day it's gonna crap out on me, and then I have no choice but to replace it. One day it's gonna have to. One day, look, if it's running till the wheels fall off for me, it is. And people don't understand. Like, not everybody gonna be able to afford the new everything every round.
Right.
So you gotta be conscious of how much you spend on these consoles.
Yeah, because think about it. If Scarlet comes out, let's say it comes out at this ridiculous price point, like $5.99. I'm not gonna want to buy that. I'm like, that's high. Like, to me, $4.99 is a sweet spot. $3.99, of course, that's great. But I'm like, yo, keep it as cheap as you can get it. I would even want them to take like a hit on it. Just
What
to
if
kind
they
of
drop that shit at $2.99?
They ain't gonna. That's not gonna
Ain't no
happen.
damn way. Ain't no
Nope.
damn way.
Like if we in a I guess perfect world, they just trying to break even and they say $2.99.
That's too
You
cheap.
know what?
That's not gonna happen. I can tell you that now.
$3.99 I can believe.
Yes, $3.99. To me, that's a sweet spot. They need to hit that $3.99 price point. Like, and
But
right
they
now,
will not.
well,
They talking
maybe
about Fortnite.
because check this
Maybe.
out. Because think about it. If the Xbox One X if the price of the Xbox One X gets, what is it right now? $4.99, I think.
Mhm.
If it's
Hell if I know.
$3.99, that's the price point you want to hit. And then you like forward compatibility, and then they released the Scarlet at $4.99. Boom. To me, I think they win. That's to me, that's best of both worlds. But I can't see it $2.99. I don't see how they would come out with a console.
What you thought this was, Nintendo?
I don't see
Wait,
that.
speaking of Nintendo, y'all saw that rumor about the new Switch they releasing?
Yeah, the Switch Mini. Yeah, I saw that.
Yes.
Who cares?
I care. I won't buy it. I got the
Okay,
regular.
Delilah, how many times you played your Switch when you was at E3?
Dang, you do me like that? Oh my god.
She did. She threw it right up under the bus with Delilah. How
Oh
many
my
times did you play your
God.
Switch?
I'm just saying.
None. I had brought it and everything. Had all the stuff to hook it to the TV. It just sat in the.
But
sat in the
question,
suitcase,
that's
man.
because we were there. If you was there by yourself, would you have hooked it up?
Girl, when you went swimming, like I was just like laid out. It was no way I was gonna play anything. So it wouldn't have worked out anyway. I just think, I play it when I'm on the flight and I'm on the plane or whatever because it's convenient, it's portable. That's the whole point. But I don't see myself buying a Switch Mini. I just don't see it because you can't. The Joy-Cons don't come off. Like I don't see it happening. Now for kids and stuff like that, I can see that working out perfectly for them. And if it still has the ability to hook up to the TV, then definitely. But right now, just the way it stands, nah, it's just not for me. Nah. But what how much is the Switch? What, $2.99?
Yeah, it hasn't dropped in price ever.
And Nintendo never drop. They really strict on their pricing. They hardly ever drop their prices like that.
Rarely. I'm trying to think about the last time they dropped in price.
They don't. Not their games even stick like Nintendo. The Marios and the Zeldas. They don't really drop price like that. So
I think the only thing is like you find a bundle around Black Friday or during the
right.
Christmas. Like you can find a bundle, but it's not necessarily like a discounted price. You just find a bundle.
Yo, did I tell you guys Black Friday is the day I get paid? It's about to go down. Oh
yeah,
my God.
it's falling on the same day finally, huh?
Oh, fine, girl, yes! Woo! I was like, yes. So hopefully I get me a nice little sweet sale. Not
Yeah.
for no Nintendo Switch, but give me a nice early birthday gift. You know what I
I
mean?
got you. I got you. That's awesome.
That fall game and be in full effect.
Man, dude, 2020 gonna be broke year. I'm telling you, it's got so many stuff coming out that I definitely want to play. So it's gonna be crazy. But so just to kind of move on through the topics here, Alpha Protocol. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that game. It's a game, RPG, came out on 360 that was created by Obsidian Games, which is the new first-party title for Xbox Game Studios. Well, that game, Alpha Protocol, was delisted from Steam, and then we later found out, like I would say, a week after that, that Obsidian has recently reacquired the rights to Alpha Protocol. So my question for you all is, like, are you familiar with Alpha Protocol? You know, it being an RPG, um, or haven't ever heard of it? And is it something that you would like to see come back, so on and so forth? So anybody
Okay.
can chime in.
I'm not familiar with this game, but I see it. I can spot a depot when I see one. So, for real. So if they took it from Steam, you already know they're gonna do something with it. Obsidian has been a good record with me. Like as far as games.
Yeah, with Fallout New Vegas.
Yes. So actually I've been playing. I played Fallout New Vegas this week too.
Okay.
I was watching her too. She was it was kind of funny. No offense, lady.
I know I was screaming like a little girl, man.
You kind of was.
I was like, how I'm screaming like a little girl. I played this game so many times, but anyway, that's a Debo. They're gonna do. Look, either they're not gonna use it and just hold it down for them, or they're gonna do something with it. And it be like that. When these companies get bought and they have rights to their game, they got every right to take their stuff off Steam for whatever reason. So Steam, slowly but surely, is going to decline, even though it's the mecca of PC gaming. But you can't get now. It's a point that you can't get everything from Steam. You can get your favorite games from other platforms,
Right.
and Steam is not going to be as popular as it used to be. Now, when I started playing video games on a regular, it was like Steam till I die. And now, when I actually acquire the PC, it's like there's other platforms other than Steam if you want to go get these games. So, there ain't nothing Steam can do. That's a Debo.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, because like I was just looking up some details on Alpha Protocol, and it's like back when it was released, the game actually sold 700,000 copies, but it wasn't enough for Sega, because Sega at the time, they owned the rights to the game, and so the developer Obsidian, they expressed interest to make it a sequel to the game, but they didn't. You just think about it, they didn't have the rights to make that call or to make that to make a sequel. So they, like I said, they recently reacquired the rights to Alpha Protocol, which, I mean, if you think about it, they probably couldn't have done that without Microsoft's help. Like, cause
They got that new money.
That new money, right? Exactly. So now that they have the IP, I mean, I think it's a good chance we'll hear this as being one of their a game they jump on after they finish Outer Worlds or whatever. I could easily see them pivoting to this put a second team on it or something like that. But it definitely has me excited. Like, I'm always down for new games, especially with this being an RPG, and these guys, they know how to make RPGs. So
yeah,
man, yeah, I mean, to me, 700,000 copies is not bad. In a month, they sold 700,000 copies in a month when the game came out. So
you ain't got rappers these days making 700,000.
Facts.
Stop. Stop.
Rappers.
Stop. Now see, that was straight shade.
Am I lying?
You're not.
That's beside the point.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay. First of all, I want everybody to go ahead and start putting your questions up in large letters. That way we can find them later on.
Yes,
Second of all, we played this game in college, Delilah.
Yep.
If you remember, my ex-boyfriend had this game and he absolutely loved it. I think he played it like 2-3 times within like 6 months. And I don't think I played it, but I remember watching him play it, and it was people compared it to Mass Effect to a certain extent because it had branching storylines. Your choices affected the storyline. Yeah, they mattered. And it had the espionage, and you was some kind of soldier, but you also had like powers of some sort also. So I would not mind seeing a story set in, maybe not a remake, but a story set in this universe. because I could see like this had a lot of maybe build on to this universe. That way we can see what else is going on to it.
Right.
But yeah, when they got it listed, I was kind of upset, and I was like, oh, nobody's gonna get to play this awesome game. But then when I saw the rights that went back to them, I was like, oh yeah, I was kind of like Delilah. They been playing.
They about to do something with this.
Yeah, they playing this something.
Yeah,
so
because I mean,
hopefully,
with their financials, they couldn't have pulled this off. Like that's how I look at it. Like they were an independent studio. They probably always wanted to make a sequel, and now that they got the power, the lawyers and everything to make this kind of move, it makes sense. And they went to Sega and was like, "Yo, we want our title. Like we want that IP." So I mean, this to me, gamers when stuff like this happen, gamers win. Because you know Alpha Protocol, you know you have some people that they probably have like their own little cult following. People probably love this game and stuff like that. It's kind of like how I am about Record. Like I feel like Record deserves a sequel. So I'm excited for people who love this title and always wanted a sequel that possibly have a chance of getting one now. So yeah.
Will be interesting to see.
Yes. So like we don't have any questions. I'm not seeing anything in the chat right now. So,
if we got one more topic.
Oh yeah, we got a couple more topics actually. I was just checking. All right, so the next topic is I know you guys was paying attention to the news, the light amount of news that we had this week.
Dry ass week.
Yes, very dry. You guys, it took forever to come up with like 7 topics for this week. So Gears 5 will not have microtransactions, and so the model that they're currently using in Gears 4 is not going to be used for Gears 5. I want to get you guys' opinions on this, what you think, and they're going to have it to where if you see something you want to buy, you just buy it. Just purely cosmetic. And then so there's no loot boxes. You don't have to open it and hope that you get something, things like that.
So you telling me like if I play a Gears 5 game and they got like an exclusive skin, instead of me spending $20 on like 100 loot boxes, I can just actually pay it for like a flat fee?
Bam, just like that.
Yes.
They took it out, which I'm happy about because I can't stand loot boxes. You guys know we discuss loot boxes so much throughout our show throughout the course of a year. And it's like I'm always of the same stance of I can't stand it. It shouldn't be in games, fam. I'm old school. If I'm paying $60, I want $60 worth of content, and I should have to pay for anything doggone else to get the full experience. So I'm old school in that fact, but so yeah, I mean I think this is a plus. I mean I think this is good. I think this is a result of Game Pass, like purely, because now you don't have to worry about the actual units sold. You worry about the engagement. So.
That's a smart move.
That's what Destiny's doing.
Yeah, Destiny went free to play, right?
Yeah, they're going free to play in September, but their Eververse store is now. Oh, you want that item right there? You just pay money for that item, and that's what you get. You don't have to open up loot boxes. You don't have to do all these random activities and hope you get it. You just go straight to the store, put your little whatever in, and you get that item.
Oh, so what did when did they do this? When they patched this? When did this happen?
I honestly do not know. That's one of the reasons why I hopped back in Destiny, because I was hearing all these changes and went to the Eververse store, and it's like all these new changes. The whole store is completely different. Like I can spend like a good 10 minutes just looking through everything. You want stuff from previous seasons? Oh, it's right there. You want stuff from this season? Oh, it's right there. It's got a higher price, but you got the newest and latest, and you just rip out your debit card and you good.
So that's that independent Bungie is what you're saying.
Yes.
They should have did that with Destiny. Shit, but they was with Activision, so I know.
So if this is what Gears is gonna do, I'm not upset about it. Make your money. I would happily buy that golden Marcus skin. That is coming home.
I hope they do that to Halo.
Oh girl, yes.
Because give me the classic Master Chief armor.
Yeah, because I know with Halo they had a similar system. It wasn't quite as loot boxy, if you will, as Gears, but it definitely had like a similar feel. Same thing with Forza Horizon 3, I think it was. So it's good to see them kind of revert on these things and to like take these things out, because people complain about them, and so this is definitely a good look. This is definitely a good look.
Do you think what about Call of Duty? You think Call of Duty could do something like this, or
hell no?
Like lady, what about Siege? You think Siege could do this?
Well, they kind of sort of do.
Wait, doesn't Siege have loot boxes?
They have alpha packs.
Okay.
What you can buy, and then you get skins or whatever.
But it's random, right?
It's
See,
random,
that's what
but
I'm
I don't.
saying.
But you can actually buy, like, there's a shop that you can actually buy skins or a bundle that has the elite skin, the elite camo, the charm, the picture, and the victory pose for like one fee. So that's what you want, because sometimes you can get elite skins off of alpha pack, but that's a random. But when you go to the shop at Rainbow Six Siege, you know exactly what you're getting before you even pay for it. You know what you're getting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah. All right. And the last and but not least topic is Amazon Game Studios. Amazon Game Studios laid off dozens of staff on the last day of E3.
They thought they was slick about it. Nobody was gonna notice.
Nobody was gonna notice. I'm like, it was, cause I hadn't seen it. Like, I've seen a little bit, but not like it hadn't blown up everywhere. They laid off a dozen of staff. I don't know specifically what teams this staff was on, but it was on the 14th, I believe it was, June 14th, and that was literally the last day of E3. Like, so my thing is this: what games have Game Studios came out with this? You know, like, that's the part that stands out to me the most. It's like, what games have they came out with?
Well, again, because I'm piped into the Amazon ecosystem, because there's nothing out here in the woods but Amazon. If you have a Kindle Fire or a Kindle tablet, they have little small games for it. Especially if you got the old school Kindle, you can have like little word games, Scrabble, word find, picture find, stuff like that. Believe it or not, there's little games for the Kindle. And then if you get the actual tablet, the Kindle Fire, they have their own games for that they've developed in-house. So I'm assuming that's what these games were for. Mind you, now these games were free of charge.
Right.
They were free to play, so you had to like microtransactions and stuff like that. They were cute, quick little. Like, it's not nothing in depth. I'm not even gonna lie to you on that part. It's just something to pass the time, like while you're looking for something else to read, or you're traveling from here to there. I haven't played one in years. I'm not even gonna lie. I literally forgot they even had a game studio. But so when I saw this article, I was politely shocked that they had actually had one, and then they fired everybody. So yeah.
Wow. So it's this stands out to me a lot, because everybody know that Amazon swooped in and purchased the studio Double Helix, who created Killer Instinct for Xbox One, the reboot. Double Helix created the first iteration of that game, and this was back in 2014. And so this stood out to me when I first saw it. I'm like, yo, so what part? They didn't go into too much detail about who they laying off, but they saying they really want to focus on Twitch Prime, and Amazon Web Services and other retail businesses within Amazon. But they didn't go into any details as to what they focused on as far as like specific level. Was it Double Helix? Was it just some people in the AWS division? Like, or was it just Twitch people? Like, they didn't go into any details. But there are Amazon Game Studios are working on like a couple games, which is one game called New World and a game called Crucible, and they also canceled a couple of unannounced projects. So that's heavy, because when you say you cancel like unannounced projects, that could be a team of like 10 people working on a single game. Especially if it's like mobile based, like you were saying, CHAREECE. Like, it's a lot of mobile based, like Kindle Fire. Yeah. So, I mean, it always sucks when you see things like this happen within the industry, but sometimes it's necessary. And it's crazy, because with a company as big as Amazon, you guys should have the resources to be able to, put people in different places to be able to be successful.
Again, but they didn't market it. Like, literally, if you did not look on the Amazon app or the Kindle app, and like where it says actual games for Kindle, you would never know that it was there. If you did not have a Kindle, you didn't have no clue that this stuff was here. And I get bored at 3 a.m, so that's the reason I know.
Wow.
Did I answer this?
All right, so we got questions. That was our last topic, so we definitely got some questions.
Okay.
All right, so
all right, yeah.
Yeah. We
I'm
gotta
doing
go
questions
through them.
today. Yay!
Yes,
Yay!
yes,
I'm doing...
yes.
All right. First up is Xbox 448. Yeah. A lot of people are saying Xbox needs AAA IPs. I feel like they're actually asking for single player heavy story type games like PlayStation because they downplay Bleeding Edge and Blair Witch. Thoughts? I think you're right. They want us to be Sony, but we are not Sony. Let us have our little fighting games, our action shooters. Not everybody has to have the same thing. I wouldn't mind playing Spider-Man, but hey, I can finally buy a PlayStation for that shit.
Yo, Spider-Man is the wrong example for me, fam. But I do agree. I wouldn't mind seeing a strong story-based original IP from Xbox. I mean, we're not talking about Hellblade because it was strong, but it wasn't ours first. It was somebody else's first. We need some, but it's like Xbox is more towards multiplayer, playing with your friends. I see my friend list a lot. I rarely see like my friends playing a single player game. I see more of them play multiplayer games, party locked up, playing multiplayer games. But that's their niche though. That's their niche. That's PlayStation's niche. They got the strong, heavy single player games, and people are people just that's what they want. You know what I mean? I personally don't care because I have both systems. So whatever comes out on what game, and if I'm interested in the story, and if I'm interested in the gameplay, I don't care if it's multiplayer or single player. As long as I'm interested in it, and then I'm gonna cop that. I don't really care what people say online. I really don't. I learned that the hard way about caring what other people thought online or what I had to say. But Bleeding Edge,
fire. Okay, that game was dope. I gotta play
Blair Witch, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I'll watch somebody else play it.
Right, it's too scary for me.
I don't know about Blair Witch. But yeah, I mean, when it all boils down to it, it's what you, the individual, want. You know what I mean? And let them talk. Let people talk what they want to talk. But they ain't in your pockets. Yeah, you do what you want to do.
You got to count your own coins, fam. Like,
yeah.
So I look at this still a little bit different. I mean, I feel like the first part of your question is, does Xbox need new AAA IP? Absolutely, yes, they do. They need something more AAA outside of Halo, Gears, and Forza. I feel like they need to put their resources into, well, we already know they're acquiring studios, so we know that majority of the studios they acquire are AA. But you look at the initiative, clearly that's going to be a AAA studio just because of the level of talent they've been acquiring. You know that Playground Games is going to be another AAA studio. The second team for them is going to be a AAA studio. So I feel like these games will come. It's just a matter of time. It's going to take time to get these games kind of fully flushed out before they head into production. So they're gonna come. Now, as far as PlayStation people or fanboys downplaying Bleeding Edge, it's because if they don't have it. If this was a Sony exclusive, it would be the best thing since like sliced bread. Like, it'd be one of those things that's on every news article. You'll have digital foundry breaking down the different parts about the game, trying to look into the characters and stuff. This is happening simply because of the fact that this is a AA title from Ninja Theory that's not on Sony's platform. So we already know that for some odd, bizarre, obscure reason that Xbox is the redheaded stepchild of this generation. So with that being said, I still absolutely agree that they need more AAA. Because even with those two, with Playground Games and with the Initiative, I still think they need at least about 2 more AAA titles. So Blair Witch, that's a bit too scary for my liking. I'm not big on the scary games, but I may watch my husband play that. But I'm not touching it, fam. I just can't.
All right, Delilah, this for you.
Yeah, I see it.
Is Delilah going to E3 2020?
Hey, 2020. Megatron asked, is Delilah going to E3 2020? Man, I don't know. I can't even answer that right now. It's too soon. I don't know. We got a whole year to think about it, boss.
Man, you talking about shit that's like 11 months away. I'm like, come on, fam.
Yeah, it's too soon. It's too soon.
If you
I know,
really want
but
Delilah to go, we gonna raise some funds to get Delilah to go next year. If
but
y'all
see, I
really
know
want
I
her.
talked to Megatron about this personally prior to leaving. I told him that like, yo, this is likely gonna be my last one because like that's at the time like, that's what my mindset is. Like I know what's going on in my personal life, and I feel like I gotta focus on that. And
We just gotta get her hype for it, y'all.
right, but see, at the same time, dude, it's nothing like going to E3 during a console release. It's so different. The feel is different. It's something in the air during that time. Like the last one I remember was going to the 360 console release E3, and it was magical, man.
So
I
you
mean,
know 2020, right? It's gonna be popping, right? You know
with,
E3
with,
gonna be
with
popping.
Sony being back at E3 and with Xbox showing their new console, yeah, it's gonna be 2020 is gonna be sick. It's gonna be
It'd be
really good.
hilarious if PlayStation come out again and say they're not gonna show at E3.
Oh my, oh wow, that's
It'd be hilarious.
I don't know about that. Now it'd be interesting if they skip E3 2020 and then do like a what's that show they do? PlayStation show they do in the fall. What's it called?
I forgot, playing game or something like that.
No, it's not State of Play because that's the little direct show they got. I can't think of the name of it. If someone in chat can tell us like what the name of that show, I can't remember. They have their show that they do in the fall. Sony does.
All right. While we're getting the information, our next question from Mitchie Dies a Lot.
Oh yeah, congrats to Mitchie too for winning the for winning the Ultimate Game Xbox Ultimate Game Pass code. Thank you for supporting the show. I really appreciate it. She won the random drawing, and thank you. So, go ahead with the question. Right. I'm sorry.
Oh no problem. Did you hear if Larry Herb got laid off for some of the Mixer staff? Oh, I had not.
I didn't hear about Larry. I did hear about the Mixer. It wasn't the Mixer staff, by the way. It was the Xbox. The show they do. The Inside Xbox staff. Some of the inside Xbox staff got laid off. Is what I heard. Like Ricari and a couple other people.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah,
it was officially. Well, he kind of. I can say it now because he kind of put it out there, but that's what what's out there. But I don't know anything about Larry Herb. I looked on Twitter. He looks like
he looked like he's still in there, like somewhere.
Yeah,
because he was still doing the free giveaway thing yesterday.
Right. I think Larry Herb is still there. So,
like, they're gonna have to carry his ass out.
Right, probably.
Nah, he got stocks. I think he got legit stocks in the Xbox.
Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it at this point. I would not doubt it.
If he ain't got no stocks, you stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he seemed like he's heavily vested.
Yeah.
Tenure and all. Thank you.
Let's see. Any other questions? I see this Christopher Hart. You didn't put the question before it, but what's wrong with being more like Sony? There's nothing absolutely wrong with being like Sony, but why can't we be like ourselves?
Yeah, I mean, I you know what? When people say that, like, what's wrong with being more like Sony? Like you said, nothing. I want more single player, dark, moody games, kind of like a Plague Tale. I want more games like that on the Xbox. But I think Xbox need to keep their individuality too.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being like that. Do whatever makes you feel happy with yourself in the long run. If this is what makes Xbox feel happy, let them do them. If that's what makes Sony be happy, let them do them. That's all you can do. Let's see. Any more questions? PlayStation Experience. That's the name of it.
That's right. Thank you.
That was John Donuts.
Thank you, John Donuts. Yes, thank you so much for that information. We appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Microsoft, they have always had their own set of titles, their own set of things. They just kind of lost focus of that. They kind of just let some of their IPs falter. For instance, like Christopher Hart just pointed out, like Fable. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna mention Scalebound, but like Fable.
Man, fuck Scalebound,
man. Crimson Skies.
Crimson Skies, right? Like they got so many games. They MechAssault. Like what happened to MechAssault?
I was bitter.
We're still bitter. We're still
bitter about, because Scalebound could have been some beautiful.
That could have been, full player co-op on a dragon. Like, who don't want to play that?
Like seriously. Again, that's why I play Elder Scrolls, because I want to kill a dragon or ride one. It depends on what kind of.
Hey, I just hope that that this in the future, like what if, because we haven't heard anything from Platinum Games. Like they weren't even at I didn't even see an inkling of them at E3. Like we haven't heard much from them. We know they're working on a couple titles. But it'd be great to just hear that Microsoft kind of reinvested in the IP and is bringing that bad boy back. That would be dope. Uh, but yeah, you struck a nerve with that one though, Christopher, with the Scalebound for real. You know,
we're all bitter, man.
Sometimes I can
Yeah,
be calm, cool, and collective, and I be telling people, man, y'all be hitting me with these trigger words, and that was a trigger word, man. They wrote us hard.
There. So much potential there.
Not only that we did not get the game, that y'all, hey, we gonna show you some fire game. Psych!
Yes,
y'all ain't
right.
getting it now. And then you have people like, yeah, Xbox is trash, because y'all ain't getting no Scalebound, but it was really Platinum Games fault. But yeah, that really.
Yeah, what you mean is how Platinum Games didn't admit fault. Like they just chilling. They let Microsoft take all the heat, all the flames. Like
what gets me is that Microsoft took the heat. Like y'all could have yeah.
They could have been like, nah, man, it's really Platinum's fault. But you know, they didn't even say that. They were just humble about it. Like, man, whatever. We gonna have to take our lumps on this one. Everybody mad, but whatever. But we'll see, man, because you know, Microsoft still own the IP. They still own the word Scalebound. They still own the name. So who knows? I mean, you never know what could happen with that.
Man, Scalebound ain't coming out, man. Come on now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Well, hey, lady, what if it's a release title for Scarlet?
Man,
No, because the release title is Halo Infinite.
No, they're gonna have more than one game. That's just the game they announced today.
No. Then you know what?
E3?
No, because that's what they said at the briefing. That the initial title.
But next they're gonna have instead of 5 games, and also gonna release day one with Scarlet. And Scalebound is up there. Scalebound is up there.
That would have been the icing on the kizzity cake if they would have been like, you know what? I know you guys were talking about this game, and we decided to bring it back. You know, initial release for Project Scarlet will be Scalebound. That shit would have blew up like fire.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it would have been dope if they would like this E3. They would have been like, "Yo, you missed this game that everybody kind of wanted, you know, but we had to cancel it at the time. But we decided to pivot and put it back into production. And that game is, and they show a news trailer of Scalebound. Man, everybody would have erupted. It would have been like, yo, what? Oh my god!
I just don't understand how much money that Microsoft has that they can't buy the rights from Platinum Games and then do something with it. I don't see why not.
I mean, they own the name. They just, I don't know about the assets. I don't know if they still was able to get like all that code and stuff.
Well, if you got money to get like 15 independent studios, I don't see
and like 2 wheels.
Okay, let's get it right. Let's get it right. If you got enough money to buy studios, then you can buy rights and access to a game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm just thinking how I'm thinking it like that. I mean, I don't know the best way that I can explain it, but you got
all the coins. You're $1 trillion company. You got all the coins. You got all the coins, fam.
And you can't come up to Platinum Games and be like, look, man,
you ain't my shit.
No, they can come up with an offer to give it up.
Yeah.
You telling me Platinum that bitter? They don't want to money talk bullshit walk. I'm telling you, but they don't want to do.
They want to. They end of the day, they should cut that check, fam. They should cut that check. Make it right. Make it all right. Just release the game. Even if you change the concept of the game to be something smaller than what it was. Let's say it was 4-player co-op. You scale that back to 2-player co-op, and you make it what it is. I mean, or even if you make it single player, I would have been cool with that.
Yeah, just I ain't got no friends.
You do. You got plenty. You got me. You got me. You got Lady. You got Boogie. You got friends. You got Black. Come on now.
How you gonna tell me there's gonna be ribs at the barbecue and I get there's no more ribs, or there wasn't even ribs? You know what I'm saying?
You ain't put me 2 bones away. Like,
I'd put the plates underneath in the back of the fridge behind the milk. I'd have some for y'all. But yeah.
Oh man. All right, ladies. We gotta wrap this show up.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure there's no more questions.
All right, cool.
Let me make sure.
I'm not seeing it.
Y'all got any questions? I better get them in quick. But I think that's all.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, then we'll go ahead and start on our outros. I'll go at you, Charisse. Go ahead.
Thank y'all for hanging with us today, chilling with us. This has been an excellent show, hanging out with my girls. Oh, and shout out to LBOOGIE. She's on vacation. Have fun, girl. Yes. And it's your girl Charisse. I am not leaving my house today, so I will be online all night long. Just hit me up. I'll be on Twitter. I'm on Mixer. I'm all over the place. I'm always ready to chat apparently. But yeah, y'all have a good day.
All right, and this is your girl Delilah _HD on Twitter. Thank you for rocking out with us. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Tell your friends. We're trying to climb up that road on the subscribe ladder. We got like 576 right now. We're trying to get to 1,000. Y'all know what it is. So yeah, thank you, and hopefully we'll see you guys again soon. So yeah, go ahead, lady, close us out.
All right, y'all. Thank you, everyone, new and old, to come through every Saturday, messing with us, letting us laugh and kicking and talk about video games. You already know, Lady_Infamous30 on Twitter, Everything Grown Women Gaming. Check out the podcast. We on iTunes. We on Spotify. We're 8 away from 1,000 followers on Twitch. We're gonna do a giveaway there, and I'm also doing the Fly in July celebration, where I'm giving out a swag bag full of stuff in July, and also we're doing the Road to TwitchCon fundraiser, where I play all kinds of games to raise funds for TwitchCon, as you know, at Lady_Infamous415. Thank you so much. Shout out to LBOOGIE. We miss you, girl. Sending us those food pics from overseas, making American food looking like food look like straight
she
trash.
was at some kind of Italian restaurant. It looked so good.
I was like, yo, she making American food look trash as fuck, man. Sending us those pictures. We miss you, girl. Hopefully we'll have her back next week.
Yeah, and I'll definitely will not be available next week, so just wanted to let you guys know. So y'all got to pull it down without me.
We're switching everybody out for we go on vacation.
Oh man. Yeah.
So you guys enjoy your Saturday. I will be streaming some games today. PC mostly. So I never experienced that. These games are brand new, so you just joining along the ride with us. Thank you so much for coming through.
All right, peace everybody.